Sa naunang dalawang video, nalaman natin kung paano ba nagmamanifest o lumalabas ang mga traits na namamana ng offsprings o mga supling mula sa kanilang mga parent base sa laws ni Gregor Mendel. Tututunan din natin kung paano mag-perform ng Punnett square, kung saan malidetermine natin ang probability na ang mga traits na namana ay magmamanifest sa mga anak. Pero ang tanong, lagi bang nasusunod ang mga laws ni Mendel? O meron ba exception sa rules? Kung gusto mong malaman ng sagot, panoorin at tapusin mo ang video na ito. Kamusta? This is Sir Eman, a public school science teacher. Kung bago ka pa lang sa channel na ito, make sure na basahin mo muna ang reminders na matatagpuan sa comment section sa ibaba. Game, let's start! Sa video na ito, pag-uusapan natin ang tungkol sa non-Mendelian patterns of inheritance. This is actually part of the third most essential learning competency in Science 9 for Quarter 1, which is explain the different patterns of non-Mendelian inheritance. Sa naunang dalawang videos, napag-usapan natin ang tungkol sa fundamental laws of inheritance ni Gregor Mendel. Alam natin na binase niya yung mga laws na iyon sa kanyang experiment using garden pea plant na makikita niyo sa screen. Now, very ideal ang napili na halaman na ito ni Mendel dahil ang mga trait ng halaman na ito, bawat isa ay nagtataglay lang ng tigda-dalawa na alleles or forms. Halimbawa sa height, tall or short, seed shape, round or wrinkled, seed color, yellow or green, so on and so forth. Bukod dyan, itong mga dominant trait ng mga or dominant allele ng mga traits na ito, they completely mask or prevent the expression of this recessive allele. Completely tinatabunan niya. Hindi lumalabas yung mga recessive kapag present yung dominant. Pero given the advancements in technology and more experiments, nalaman natin na yung relationship ng mga alleles na ito ay hindi ganun kasimple. Halimbawa, allele pairs may have a variety of dominance relationships. May mga dominant trait na hindi completely namamask or napiprevent yung expression ng recessive trait. At isa pa, there are often many different alleles of a gene in a population. May mga gene ang mga organisms na nagtataglay na hindi lamang dalawa na allele or forms, pwedeng 3, 4, 5 o marami pa. Okay? Now, itong mga patterns of inheritance na ito na hindi sumusunod sa mga laws ni Mendel, yun yung tinatawag natin na non-Mendelian patterns of inheritance or simply non-Mendelian inheritance. At yun ang pag-uusapan natin sa video na ito. Actually, marami to pero we will only be discussing these three: incomplete dominance, codominance, and multiple alleles. Starting off with the first one, incomplete dominance. So ano ba yung incomplete dominance? So it actually occurs when the dominant allele, take note, does not completely mask the phenotypic expression of the recessive allele. Diba? Under the law of dominance, pag may dominant allele ka, dapat completely prevent niya yung expression ng recessive allele. Pero under incomplete dominance, hindi daw nangyayari yun. So in a way, neither of the alleles present is dominant nor recessive. So wala sa kanilang dominant, walang recessive. So kung wala palang dominant, walang recessive, ano po ang nangyayari? So in here, a heterozygote phenotype appears which is intermediate. So nasa gitna. When nasa gitna, it is a blend or a mix between the two homozygote phenotypes. Okay? So to illustrate that, let's say you have this 4 o'clock plant with red flower, another 4 o'clock plant with white flower. If you crossbreed these two, unlike if we're gonna follow the law of dominance wherein dapat isang kulay lang dyan yung mag-a-appear sa offspring kung ano yung dominant, dito hindi gano'n nangyayari. Ang nangyayari, yung phenotype nitong dalawa, red and white, nagmimix, resulting to a third phenotype, yung kulay pink. Okay? Sa animals, present din yan. Halimbawa, itong kabayo natin, we have a chestnut brown horse, which is crossed with a nearly white colored horse. Kapag nag-crossbreed itong dalawa, ang nangyayari, intermediate ng kulay ng dalawa, yung nagiging offspring. Palomino or almost gold-coated na horse. Okay? So, instead na yung dominant na allele, completely namamask niya yung recessive allele, under incomplete dominance, hindi niya completely namamask yun, but rather yung mga phenotype ay nagbe-blend or nagmi-mix, resulting to a third phenotype. Take note, ang nagbe-blend lang dito would be the phenotype. Ano, yung mga genes na yan, intact pa rin. Yun lang nagmamanifest is a combination or a mix of those two characteristics. Okay? So, sir, paano yung Punnett square po kapag ganito na incomplete dominance? So let's say for instance in this problem, in snapdragons, you see the picture of snapdragons dito sa baba, another plant with this flower. Flower color is controlled by incomplete dominance. Okay? So wala sa kanilang allele ang nagsiserve as dominant or recessive. Okay? The two alleles are, you have their red represented by capital R and then white represented by capital W. So you see here, tig-isang letter na sila, parehong capital kasi wala naman lumalabas na dominant or recessive. Although in other references, ginagawa na yung isa ay capital, yung isa ay small. But in our case, ito naman ay notation lang. We'll use this para mas madalian tayo. Okay? So sabi dito, show the resulting offspring when a pure red-flowered snapdragon plant is crossed with a pure white-flowered snapdragon plant. So take note, yung flower color, it actually shows incomplete dominance. So, paano yun? Gawa tayo muna ng legend. Ano? Tanda pa yung steps? Of course, let's identify first the alleles which are present. You have red flower color, and then you have your white flower color. Let's simply write red and white. Okay? Red, sige, flower, and then white flower. Yung nasa taas, represented by capital R, nasa baba, represented by W. Next, we've got to determine the genotype of the parents. We have a pure red-flowered snapdragon, so ito ay homozygous red. So, dalawang capital R crossed with a pure white-flowered. So, this is homozygous white. So, dalawang capital W. So, okay na, determine natin yung genotype ng parents, gawa na tayo ng Punnett square. So, 2 by 2 na box. Meron tayong space sa taas at sa gilid. Ngayon, pag-iwalay natin itong dalawang parents on each side, and then yung alleles ng bawat isa sa bawat kahon. So, itong una, capital R, red, and then you have white. So, next is to cross. Pag-combine na natin itong mga possible combinations ng genes. Tingin sa nasa taas at nasa gilid. So, dito, R and W, unahan natin yung R. You have RW, and another RW. Okay? So, lahat ito ay heterozygous, right? Hybrid. So, take note, for each box, 25% yan. The likelihood na mag-a-appear. Okay? Now, let's proceed with the interpretation. By determining the genotype, and you have the phenotype. Okay? So, under genotype, we'll be focusing on the genes formed combination. So, kita naman natin lahat siya ay RW, homozygous. Heterozygous rather, or hybrid. So, since apat siya, 25 times 4, we have 100% or 4 over 4. So, lahat ng anak, ito yung combination ng genes na mapoproduce. Ngayon, ano yung magmamanifest na trait dyan? Sabi, incomplete dominance. Walang isang trait na magdo-dominate or magmamas nung sa kabila. So, instead of one dominating the other, the phenotype or the trait that will manifest will mix or will blend. So, mangyayari, if you combine red and white, that will result to pink na flower. At since lahat naman ng combination ng genes are RW, 100% din yan, or 4 over 4. So, yung offspring nitong dalawang ito, pag pinag-cross, lahat ay pink flower. Okay? Gaya nung nakaraan, if you cross these two, these are your parents, ang magiging offspring niya, yung ating tinatawag na first filial generation are all hybrid, which are pink flowered na snapdragon plant. Okay? These are all your offspring for the first filial generation. Ang tanong, sir, paano kung itong mga offspring sa first filial generation, yun ang ipag-crossbreed? Ano kaya ang kalalabasan? Sige, try din natin yun. Now, ito pala, Gaya ng sabi ko kanina, pwede na ganon. Yung iba, ganyan ang ginagawa, pero for our case, we'll be using this para mas madali sa atin. Let's try this. Paano kapag dalawa naman na pink flowered snapdragon ang pinag-crossbreed? Start ulit tayo sa legend. Ang present lang naman would be kanina yung red at yung white pa rin. So, R and W. Ang parents dito ang naiba na, pink flowered snapdragon. Paano nga nagkakaroon ng ganon? Kapag meron kang heterozygous, may hybrid. So, dalawang pink flowered, so dalawang RW na pairing. So, gawa na tayo ng Punnett square, 2x2 na box, and then paghiwalayin yung dalawa, one on top, the other on the side, at yung genes ihiwalay sa bawat kahon. So, you have RW and another RW. I-cross na natin. Combine. You have here homozygous red, hybrid na RW, another hybrid na RW, and here you have homozygous white. Take note again, for each of the box, it has 25% na probability. Now let's interpret. Let's determine the genotype and the phenotype. Okay? For the genotype, let's focus on the combination of the genes. Ano yung mga na-form? Starting off with this, you have R, homozygous red. So, isa lang, 25% or 1/4. What about this? RW, yun, isa pa. So, for heterozygous, you have here 2. So, 25 plus 25, you have 50% or 2/4. Dalawa out of 4. Tama, ano? And then for homozygous white, isa lang. So, that's 25% or 1/4. So, yung likelihood, yung genes na mamamana ng anak, yung probability na magkaroon ng ganong combination would be this, nasa genotype. Yung ating genotypic ratio dito would be 1:2:1. 1 itong dalawang R, 2 itong hybrid, at 1 yung dalawang W. Okay? What about phenotype? Ano nang kalalabasan? So, RR, definitely pure to, red. Paano yung RW? May R ka, red pa rin ba? So, since incomplete, kaya nung kanina, magbe-blend sila or mag-mix. Intermediate ng dalawa, magkakaroon ka pa rin ng pink. And then, WW, homozygous, edi white yun. So, kopyahin lang natin yon. You have 25% pa rin naman. In here, since dalawa, 50%. 50 yan, ano? And then, yung sa baba, 25%. Ito ay 1/4, 2/4 or 1/2, then 1/4. Ano? So, nakita rin dito, indeed, yung mga genes niya, hindi naman nag-mix. Ano? Yung phenotype lang. Kasi despite itong dalawa, na dalawang pink ang nag-mix, baka sabihin ako, edi mangyari dyan, mas lighter na pink. Hindi. Ano? In actuality, nakapag-produce ka na ng red, kasi may presence ka naman ng gene na red dyan. Nakapag-produce ka pa rin ng white, kasi meron ka pa rin allele ng white dyan. Okay? And syempre, nakapag-produce pa rin ng pink. So, ito na yung ating second filial generation na tinatawag. Okay? So, hopefully, nakasunod. Kung hindi, pwedeng balikan ulit. Let us now proceed with codominance. Paano naman kapag codominance? So, sabi dito, it occurs when both alleles are dominant. Kanina, neither of the alleles is dominant or recessive. Ito naman, pareho silang dominant. Para kumbaga, di ba, pag sa company, co-owners, pareho silang nagmamay-ari, magkapantay. Dito yung mga alleles, pareho nilang gustong ma-express. Okay? So, ano nangyayari? Both alleles are simultaneously expressed in the heterozygote. Kapag homozygous, walang problema. Kung ano yung allele na present, yun yung magmamanifest. Pag heterozygote, pareho sila nalalabas. Sir, ano pinagkaiba niya dun sa incomplete dominance? Take a look at this picture. Kanina, sa incomplete dominance, ang keyword would be a blending or mixing ng phenotype. Ano? Kapag naman codominance, let's say you have here a chicken with white feather, another with black feather. Kapag itong dalawa yung nag-crossbreed, ang mangyayari, you have a chicken na may black na feather at the same time, meron ding white na feather. So, ganyan. Hindi nag-mix. Parehong lumabas. Another. Let's say you have this flower one with pink color, the other one with white. So nag-crossbreed sila, anong nangyari? Hindi nag-mix na naging lighter pa. O kaya yung law of dominance na isa lang yung lumabas. But rather, nagkaroon ka ng patches noong isang kulay. Pareho sila na nag-manifest. That is what happens during codominance. Pag incomplete, they blend. Kapag naman codominance, they are simultaneously expressed. Pareho sila na lumalabas. Pero take note, ang nakapektuhan dito, yung phenotype. Yung genotype ay pareho pa rin. Okay? Yung present na genes. Now, sir, paano naman ang Punnett square natin dito? Mag-try tayo ng problem din. Okay. Now, in some cows, the gene for coat color is controlled by codominance. The allele for black coat is capital B and the allele for white coat is capital W. Show the resulting offspring when a black cow is crossed with a white cow. Okay? Sabi dito, yung coat color, codominance, so ibig sabihin, itong dalawang to, pareho nilang gustong lumabas. Magkakaroon ka lang ng pure na black kung parehong black coat na allele ang nakuha nung offspring. Magkakaroon ka lang ng white colored na or white coated na cow kapag parehong W yung nakuha. So, paano daw kung yung isang black cow at isang white cow ay pinag-crossbreed? Ano yung maging offspring? Start tayo ulit dun sa legend. So, let's identify the alleles present. We have here black coat. Tama? And the other one is white coat. Black coat represented by capital B, white coat represented by capital W. Pareho naman silang dominant, kaya tig-isang letter, parehong capital. Let's identify the genotype ng parents. Isang black cow. So, kapag black cow, lalabas lang to kapag siya ay homozygous, parehong B. We have here homozygous na black cow, 2 capital B, crossed with white cow, lalabas lang to kapag homozygous, 2 W. Kasi pag pinagsama mo nga sila, codominance, magkakaroon ka ng patches. So, ngayon, tingnan natin kung paano mangyayari yun. Let's perform the Punnett square. So, gawa tayo ng 2x2 na box. And then ito, paghiwalayin ulit natin, ito sa isang side, yung WW sa top, and then yung mga letters, ipaghiwalay sa bawat count. So, you have here B, B, W, W. Now, pagsamahin na natin, you have here, punahin natin itong nasa gilid dito, BW, 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 BW. So, puro heterozygous or hybrid. Take note again na 25% yung bawat isang kahon dyan. Okay? So, interpret na natin ito. Genotype and the phenotype. So, genotype, again, we're gonna focus on the combination of the genes formed. Kita naman natin, lahat sila ay B, W lang, or hybrid, or heterozygous. Combination ng black na allele at white allele. Okay? Na coat color. So, since apat sila, 25 times 4, you have 100% or 4 over 4. Phenotype naman, anong ating interpretation dito? Anong magmamanifest na kulay? So, codominance, pareho silang lalabas. So, mangyayari, hindi gray, but rather a spotted na coat. Okay? May spots ng black at may spots ng white. So, since BW naman lahat, this is 100% or 4 over 4. So, sabihin pala, pag nag-mix ka nag-crossbreed ka ng dalawang ganito, lahat na magiging anak niyan ay spotted yung coat. Yung cow na yan. Okay? Wala dyan lalabas na pure na black, pure na white, o kaya naman ay gray. Hindi mag-mimix or mag-blend. Pareho sila na ma-express. So, ganun kapag ka codominant. So, ito yung parents natin. Black and white coated. And then yung first filial generation niya, lahat ay hybrid na spotted yung coat. Okay? Patulad nung kanina, sir, paano po kung yung dalawang product or offspring under the first filial generation ay ipag-crossbreed? Ano po yung kakalabasan na offspring? So, gawin din natin yon. Okay? So, since ganun pa rin naman, huwag natin sulat yung legend. Diretso tayo dun sa genotype ng parents. So, Sabi dito, 2 spotted cows, magkakaroon ka lang ng ganyan kapag ka hybrid siya. So you have BW crossbred with another spotted cow. So gawa na tayo ng ating Punnett square. Paghiwalayin yung dalawang parent, paghiwalayin yung allele sa bawat kahon, BW, BW. And then ipag-join na natin. Okay? So you have here homozygous black, you have your hybrid, another hybrid, and then you have homozygous white. 25% again bawat kahon. Let's interpret this. You have the genotype and then the phenotype. Okay? So focus tayo dun sa mga na-form na gene combination sa genotype. You have here homozygous black, you have your heterozygous or hybrid BW, and then homozygous white. Langin natin, ito isa lang, so 25% lang. Dalawa, so that's 50%. And isa na white, homozygous white, 25%. Or 1/4, 2/4, and another 1/4. Okay? Phenotype, paano yan? So dito, makikita natin, ito ay black. Ano? Kasi pure. Itong hybrid, since codominant siya, ano mangyayari? Pareho na may express. So spotted na coat. And then itong isa, ito yung white. Okay? So same pa rin naman, this is 25% or 1/4. Ito ay 50% or 2/4 or 1/2. And then you have here 25% or 1/4. So pag nag-crossbreed ka pala ng dalawang ganito, dalawa na spotted, may likelihood na lumabas ang black, white, 25%, and then kalahati, 50% yung chance na spotted yung maging offspring. So this is for the second filial generation. So let's have this time multiple allele. So ano naman binabanggit dito? Most human genes have more than 2 normal versions or alleles. Ano? So unlike dun kay Mendel na experiment sa pea plant, tigil-dalawa lang, yung mga genes natin actually has a lot of different versions or alleles. So, although individual humans and all diploid organisms can only have 2 alleles, maximum, for a given gene, multiple alleles in individuals in this population may have different pairs of these alleles. So, 2 alleles, pwede magkapareho, pwede rin naman na magkaiba. So, ano yung mga example ng mga traits na meron siyang more than 2 na mga versions or forms? Example would be in rabbits, yung kanilang coat color. That is determined by a single gene that has at least 4 different alleles. Combinations of these alleles result in 4 colors you see here. Black, chinchilla, ito yung medyo gray yung color. Himalayan, may mga black sa certain parts. Albino, ito yung pure na white. Okay? So, hindi lang dalawa na kulay. Na allele yung present. Yung combination ng mga allele na yon nagpo-form nitong iba't ibang mga phenotype. Okay? Blood type. Merong 3 allele dyan nag-exist. At yung combination ng 3 allele na yon results to the 4 different possible blood types, yung ABO blood types natin, blood type A, AB, B, and blood type O. Okay? That's an example as well of multiple allele. But we'll not discuss it here, but in another video. And then the third one would be hair color. Alam naman natin, there are too many alleles that exist to count over 20 different shades of color. So ito, controlled then by many different alleles. So yung combination yon ang nagbibigay ng iba't ibang shades ng color. But we'll be focusing on the first example since that is the one given in the module. Okay? So, yan yung mga iba't ibang kulay. Actually, for coat color ng ating rabbit, meron diyang 4 na mga alleles. So, for black, you have their capital C. For chinchilla, you have small letter C with superscript CH. For Himalayan, you have small letter C with superscript H. And for albino, you have small letter C. Now, experiment studies have showed yung relationship nitong mga alleles na to. So, ito yung relationship. So, the black allele is actually completely dominant to all other alleles. So, completely dominant siya sa lahat ng ito. So following the law of dominance, kapag isang gene ay black or isang allele para sa coat color ay black, kahit anong mapasama na ka-pair nun sa mga ito, automatic magiging black pa rin yung kulay. Okay? Kasi nga that is dominant over all these other three. Okay? Next, the chinchilla allele is incompletely dominant to the Himalayan and the albino alleles. So ito daw chinchilla, siya ay incompletely dominant with these two. Ibig sabihin, pag ito naman yung nakasama niya, magmimix siya sa dalawang ito. Ang mangyayari, kung ito ay gray na, mas magiging lighter gray pa. Okay? So lalabas lang yung chinchilla kapag yung genes na present ay dalawang ganito. Okay? Otherwise, pag dito siya sumama, magiging lighter gray. Pagka ito naman, matatabunan ng black. Okay? And then last, the Himalayan allele is completely dominant to the albino allele. Ito daw, allele na to is completely dominant over the albino. So, ibig sabihin, pag ito, allele na to, napamix kay albino, Himalayan pa rin ang lalabas. So, magkakaroon ka ng Himalayan kapag meron kang dalawa nito, homozygous or heterozygous nitong dalawa. And then, itong albino, lalabas lang siya pag yung gene na nakuha sa parent ay dalawang albino. Okay? Now, let's try a problem involving this particular trait. Okay? Okay, let's have this problem. If a pure black rabbit is crossed with another rabbit with chinchilla coloration, what will be the resulting offspring? So let's start first by determining the alleles present. So ano ba yung mga nandito? You have black na fur color, represented by, sabi kanina, capital C. And then you have chinchilla coloration, represented by small letter C with superscript CH. Next, determine the genotype of the parents. You have one pure black rabbit and another chinchilla with chinchilla coloration. So for pure black rabbit, you have homozygous black, 2 capital letters. Crossed with a chinchilla coloration, you have here a rabbit containing these 2 alleles. So homozygous dapat. Ano na chinchilla? Now, what will be the resulting offspring? Let's now make our Punnett square. And then, paghiwalayin natin itong dalawang parent, one on one side, the other at the top. Alleles, paghiwalayin din per box. We have capital C, small letter C with superscript CH, small letter C with superscript CH. Now, let's combine these genes, or these alleles. Okay, so, since meron tayong dominant, yun ang ating unahin. Okay? Capital C and small letter C with superscript CH. Capital C, small letter C with superscript CH. Capital C, small letter C with superscript CH. And then the same. Tama? Ano? So, pag atin yung pinagsama, puro ganun. Okay. Again, for each box, 25% na probability. Now, let's interpret this by determining the genotype and the phenotype. So, for the genotype, let's focus on the combination of genes formed. Isa naman, pare-pareho. Ano? So, you have here a heterozygous combination of the black and the chinchilla. That is 4. So, you have 100% or 4/4. So, anong mangyayari dito? So, since one is dominant, completely dominant over the other, ito ang magmamanifest. So, ang magiging fur color noong mga offspring would be black. Okay? Pero hybrid. Okay? Hindi pure. It's still 100%. Yung mga anak niyan, pag itong dalawa ang pinag-crossbreed, dapat lahat ay black. Okay? Walang lalabas na iba. So, ito yung parent natin, yung first filial generation niya, lahat ay puro ganito ang kakalabasan. Okay? Now, ang tanong, paano sir kapag, tulad nung kanina, yung mga offspring in the first filial generation, yun naman ang mag-crossbreed. Ano kaya ang mangyayari? So, i-try din natin yun. Ating sulat yung ating legend kanina, no? Yung parent natin ay heterozygous or hybrid. So, still black, pero you see, hindi siya pure. Hybrid na siya. So, paano pag dalawang ganito ang pinag-crossbreed? Gawa tayo ng box. Pag-iwa ulit natin. Capital C, isang small letter C with superscript CH. Capital C, small letter C with superscript CH. So, combine na natin. Pagsama-samahin natin yan. We have two capital C's. So, you have here homozygous black. Then you have here yung dalawa. So, hybrid pa rin. What about this one? C, small letter C, superscript CH. And then 2 chinchilla na allele. Again, for each box, 25%. What will be the interpretation? Let's have the genotype and the phenotype. So for the genotype, we'll be focusing on the combination of the genes. You have here homozygous black. You have heterozygous black. And then you have homozygous chinchilla. So, bilangin natin. You have here 1, so that's 25% or 1/4. Here you have for the hybrid 2, so that's 50% or 2/4. And then 1 for the homozygous chinchilla, 25% or 1/4. Okay? So, this time, ano na yung ating interpretation, ano yung phenotype, anong kakalabasan? So, ito ay black, right? Kasi homozygous naman siya. Ito, heterozygous, pero as you can see, you have a dominant allele here, so black pa rin yan. So, what we will be doing, we'll be combining these two. So, there'll be 75% chance na black yung magiging offspring. Or this time, 3/4 na. And then this one, homozygous chinchilla, there is a 25% chance na ganun yung kalabasan na fur or coating ng offspring or 1/4. Okay? This is for the second filial generation. Okay? Nakuha ba? Now, I want you to try this one. What if your Himalayan colored rabbit with this genotype is crossed with an albino rabbit? What will be the resulting offspring? Okay? So, gusto ko na itry nyo ito sa inyong mga notebook, especially to my students, and then isulat yung genotype and phenotype, or i-type yung genotype and phenotype sa comment section. Okay? I'll be giving points dun sa mga magtatry. So far, we were able to discuss the different patterns of non-Mendelian inheritance, the incomplete dominance, codominance, and multiple allele. For incomplete dominance, the phenotypes, they are mix or blend. Ano, nag-mix. For codominance, both the phenotypes are expressed simultaneously. For multiple alleles, we were able to learn that there are certain genes which actually have more than 2 forms or alleles. Okay? Example nga, itong sa problem na ating sinasagot. Hopefully, this video has helped you understanding the different patterns of non-Mendelian inheritance. Na kung nagustuhan nyo ito, mag-iwan na ng thumbs up at mag-subscribe na rin sa ating channel para lagi kayong notified kapag may bago tayong video. Now, we will end this video here. Maraming salamat sa inyong oras and see you on the next one.